Booyah. For all my listeners, I got the opportunity today to sit down with an incredibly gifted actress that goes by the name of Justine Chi. She produces, she writes, she's an actress, she's beautiful. I mean, there's all kinds of things I can say. I can keep
Oh,
going,
you
but
think I'm beautiful? Oh,
I
thank
think
you.
you're beautiful. I really, really do. You know what I mean? So for all my listeners out there, I want to introduce y'all to Justina.
Well, look, since
Hey,
you think I'm beautiful, I got something for you. All
let
right.
me see. Let me see what you got for me, man. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
You know, I'm
no.
from New York, so I had to represent. Represent,
Oh,
represent.
oh,
Hey,
oh, oh,
represent,
oh.
represent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is gonna be a really good
You
one, y'all.
know,
We got
you
two
know what
New
that
Yorkers.
say? World Series. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
oh
So,
nine.
no doubt. So, Justina, I need you to let everybody know. You just told us where you're originally from, and how long you've been putting your work in, man, in the industry. The things that you do.
Oh, I mean, I first started when I was young, like in elementary school. Elementary school, and then worked my way up, so and now I'm here.
Okay. All right. So, what was it that you actually focused on? Like when you was going to school, like what did you literally go to school for?
Wait, you talking about in elementary school? So look, I will tell you this: in elementary school, I'm from Brooklyn. What do most Brooklyn girls do in elementary school? Hey, we be cheerleading. You know how that goes. So the cheerleading turned to poems. The poems turned into rhymes. The rhymes turned into words, and the words turned into film.
That's what we talking
Boom.
about. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Sonny, I look like you got something to say, Sonny, over there.
But you also have, I know you have like a Nigerian, Irish, American background, correct?
Yeah, so my father is from Nigeria. My mother's family is from Ireland. They actually met together in college in Brooklyn. That's so sweet. Aw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like let's talk about that a little bit, like the background of that. Like, how did that shape you, as becoming an artist that you are too, as well, with having
What?
that type of background?
How it shaped and did not shape. Well, my mother and father was together for like I think 12 years, and then he moved back to Nigeria. So I actually grew up with my mother, and it's so funny because people always talk about, if the father is not in the home or all this other stuff. And
Mhm.
you know what, I guess it could be true, because I mean, he wasn't in the home because he didn't want to be there. He just wanted to go back to his country because he felt like he was a king there. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But I will tell you this, like when I went to visit him, he was like, "No, you can't do that. You can't wear this. You better done and blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Oh no, hold on a minute. You done got to me too late. I'm 16. I'm gonna do what I want to do." But the average Nigerian family, oh no, there's rules and regulations that you must abide by. Right. So I was in Brooklyn with my white mother. So you can imagine,
Okay.
the difference is a difference there. You know what I'm saying? So
So
it's a
going.
it's a it's a yeah, it's a difference. So
Okay.
yeah, if my father was in my family, I probably would have not been rapping, because all of
Hmm,
my sisters were singing when I went to Nigeria to meet them. And I remember I wanted to go to the studio. We did go to the studio, right? But
hmm.
we didn't record nothing. And I was on the radio station out there in Port. That's what they call it out there. And my father, who's on the phone? Who calling?
That's Kit calling you.
You
You know what I'm
calling
saying?
in, huh?
Oh, and I remember my father talking about, y'all gonna go to school, y'all gonna go to work. None about this studio stuff, right? But look, when the songs came out, he was like, "Oh, this is my daughters. This is my daughters. They can sing and rap." And I'm like, "Oh, I thought you didn't want us to go to studio though."
Mm,
Mm.
But
yeah,
that's just how it is. That's how Nigerians is. They don't want you doing nothing. You better be an engineer or a doctor.
right. No question about that.
So,
So,
so growing up in New York and Jersey, like, what was the early hip hop scene like for you?
So I never grew up in New Jersey, but I grew up in New York. I was born in Brooklyn, grew up in Brooklyn till I would say till I was a teenager. I lived a lot of, I'm just laughing. You know, he know. Are you from New York too?
I'm from
Nah,
Brooklyn.
nah. I'm from. Oh, him. Yeah, he's from.
No, where you from?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm from the
Oh,
Lou. The Show Me State.
I heard about St. Louis. Now I got a couple of homegirls from there. This
Hey,
bad out there. But look, so I grew up in Clinton Hills, which some people call Bed-Stuy.
okay.
And then I also lived in Bushwick. Some people call it Bushwick Projects. And then I moved to Queens. I was all over. We was all over the place in Queens. We was in Flushing, Astoria, East Elmhurst, then Hollis. That's why my son's name is Hollis. And then moved to Long Island, and yeah. So yeah, New York. Let me tell you something. I always tell people because people like, why are New York people so crazy? I'm like, listen. First of all, it snows in May, okay, snows, while y'all over there in the nice sun, is a million people all over the place and nobody moves. Everybody's bumping everybody, stepping on everybody's shoes. Everybody looks down and they walk. They don't pay attention. Nobody speaks English. And everybody, some people don't want to use deodorant. You know how that go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got attitude. It's always raining. It's always cold, right? So if you was living there under them circumstances, you would probably have attitude too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think we got
But being that I moved to Queens, because
okay.
Queens people they're a little more nice and civil than they moved to Long Island. So it's more relaxed.
I
Yeah,
think we
yeah,
got,
yeah.
I think we kind of got some things in common too, because I was reading her bio a little bit, and you battle rap, right?
Yeah, when I was young, I did battle rap.
Okay,
I,
because
I battle rapped a lot of
I did some
dudes.
battle rapping too. You know what I'm saying? So I
Okay.
was an MC, but this ain't about me. This is about you. You know what I'm saying? But I know your they like your name was like your first rap name was Half Note. Like, tell us about that and how that came about.
I mean, I'm only 5'1", so when I was young, I was like 4 foot. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So, and half note is a musical note, and I was like half the size of a person. So that means. Then when I got older, I actually changed it to when I got on I was touring with Wu Tang, and I changed it to Infinity. But
Mm,
then all these strippers were coming out with that name, and I was like, oh, I'm in college. I'm like, I'm not no stripper. I don't want no infinity stripper name. So I changed the like infinity, like Frank Nitty,
mm.
infinity.
Yeah.
Oh,
But whatever.
what? So what was the battle rapping day like? How what was it like? Like the battle rapping day? Were you battling dudes or just girls or like what
Oh
was that?
no, always. Let me tell you. So I grew up around people and rap with these people. Coogee Rap, Kwame, Jay-Z, Prodigy, Ghostface, Raekwon. These are the people that I rap with and that I learned how to rap. And no, I battle dudes, straight up dudes. When I was young, I used to battle for money.
Okay.
Like people be like, yo, battle him. I got 100. Go ahead, and then go in. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, "Shoot, I want the $100. Get the trophies and
Man, I love to hear it.
so,
oh
so you
shoot.
absolutely can hear it, Sonny. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's, she done moved on and all that, but you can clearly hear she true New
Yeah.
York. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know who reminds me of me now?
who reminds you of you
Glow.
now? Who?
Glow. Glow.
Really?
Glorilla?
Oh wow.
Yeah. Cause
Word?
I was skinny like that. I used to spit like that and just go crazy like that. Just didn't care. Like, yeah.
Mm.
And that was it. Like when I listened to some old songs, I'm like, ooh, I said that. Oh no. I had a potty mouth. Oh my God. Terrible. Woo!
you so you said you had a potty mouth?
Yeah, it's bad.
So you
Mm,
don't have a potty mouth no more, you saying?
No, no, no,
yeah.
no, no. I'm
She
very
kind of been,
respectful,
she done
mature,
kind of been up
professional.
there, that's how
Mm-hmm.
it be, back in the day you get rough and rugged and then you kind of,
Hmm.
get that
And it's
silly.
crazy because so when I look at these young people, I hear the stuff they be saying, I just be like, child. And ain't much too I could say because I said almost the same thing.
Yeah. But
So you kind of okay. So I want to talk about this too a little bit too. So you linked on with Big Daddy Kane earlier on, right? And
Yes,
had
yes,
talks
yes.
with Arista Records and stuff. Like, tell us a little bit about that and how that became about, like being young like that and getting co-signed by a legend.
So yeah, I was rapping in Queens. We always used to go to this place called the Coliseum. Everybody in New York know about that. It's like a hangout place where all the buses come, the schools come and stuff like that. Actually, they're gonna close it down.
Oh,
R.I.P. to the Coliseum. But there was a thing called Shirt Kings where they used to do the graffiti on the shirts and everything. So I
mhm.
mean, it was a thing. You know, you probably had this in the Lou. You know, we would go there. Everybody would be rapping and
Yeah,
stuff
we
like
had the
that.
Hot Point Cafe, so they used to
Yup.
do it every Monday at Radio
Everybody
Station.
go there rapping. They heard me, and one dude named Faye, he was like, "Yo, I'm about to get you a deal. Come with me." And then he took me this one, you know, and then that's how it went. History went. Um, yeah, me and Kane is still friends to this day. He got a son that's about, I think he's like 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know what he's a big boy. You know what I'm saying? And then I got my son. So yeah, he doing a lot of big things. I go to most all his shows and stuff like that. And yeah, I learned a lot. And then one thing I could really say, one thing that I really say, you know, you got Cassie who was young, about the same age that I was back then, and all the people that I've dealt with in the music industry was very respectful. Very respect. I learned a lot. A lot of them, as some people call it, the gods. You know, they're like a 5% or gods and stuff like that, and they were very respectful, so I didn't have to go through the things that she went through.
Yeah,
God
because
bless her.
Kane was actually in. Kane is actually in one of my top 5 rappers of.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the ladies love him.
No question about that. So you got a little something different with you than a lot of other artists. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of education behind you. You
Oh
know,
yes,
and I understand that you was in undergraduate school. You got your BBA and bachelor's and your MBA, and you've done a lot of educational things. You know what I'm saying, to kind of help in your
thank
growth.
you. Yeah,
Um,
so I mean, growing up in, even though I grew up in Brooklyn in Clinton Hills, my mother, she did graphic design, architectural work, and my father was an engineer. And they both, my father Nigerian, so they told about, I got my PhD. What you gonna get? You know what I'm saying? What you
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do? And it's mandatory. So I went to St. John's University. I actually went to Five Towns College for music and business management, and then
Mm,
I went to St. John's University first, and
Mhm.
then I went there. I played basketball at Monroe College, and I got my bachelor's degree. And my goal was actually to be a lawyer. And a lawyer, go to law school is 3 years, but it's not really 3 years. You still got to sit for your LSAT, which is a year, and then you got to sit to take your bar exam, which is another year. So when I was like 5 years, oh my God, I was like, I just did the four. You know what I'm saying? It's like doing a whole 9 year bid. I was like, ah. And I went and got a master's degree. I got
yeah,
two master degrees. But when I
right,
look back, I'm like, I should have just went and got the law degree. I spent all this time and money,
right, right,
So
right.
with the way that
So,
music is going now, like how important has education been to you? Like, do you think that it's important today, even from people that's like trying to come up, artists and trying to come up? Do you think it's important today for them to take a class or different things like that for
mhm.
music? Or
I think education is very, very important, because I got clients that paid me to come do things that they don't know because they didn't go to school. Little stuff like Excel spreadsheets, contracts, even scanning a piece of paper, faxing, uh
Hmm.
suing somebody, going on different portals, pulling permits, all kinds of stuff, where if they would have went to school, they would have known this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
they don't. The average.
So that's where now I want to hop in, right? Because you just touched upon something that's really, you know, it frustrates me, because there's a lot of cats in this business, or pretend to be in the business, or want to be in the business, that
Uh-huh.
don't have any kind of financial literacy at all about what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And then,
Right.
now they upset because they don't know it and you know it, and you telling them how to do it. Well, you charging them you charging them on how to get it done. You know what I'm saying? And so, and you're living proof of exactly what it takes to actually be successful in this industry. You know what I mean? By
Right.
educating yourself in some
Right.
shape or
Well,
fashion.
now times have changed, so you don't necessarily have to go do the whole 4 years or the 2 years. You have different trade schools, and a lot of them are free. whatever state you live in, you can contact like the technical schools. They have grants, so you don't have to do financial aid. Even in New York, they do have free college, and you got some online free schools, so people could just take classes of what they want to know. So let's say like if somebody wants to go in IT, or they want to go in plumbing, or they want to go in music, or they want to go in paralegal, you could just take those classes instead of taking the whole university 4 or 5 years and doing that, and you still have almost the same. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go to university, you're really taking high school over in the first 2 years. You're gonna still take the math, economics, philosophy, history, all that stuff. So if you do the trade school, that'll eliminate that, and
Absolutely.
plus it's less expensive. But now if you
Hmm.
want to be a doctor, that's different. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So we
Right.
don't want nobody to do surgery on us and they went to trade school. That ain't.
Right.
But you could do something like be a phlebotomist. They make a lot of money.
Right.
So there's other different things. An X-ray technician, they make a lot of money. You don't have to do the 4 years. Some are dental assistants. So it's so many things out there. Like times have changed, and people could better themselves. And like I tell people also too, you can with your financial aid and with your grant, it will help you pay for like your room and your board and everything. So if you're struggling, you don't have a car, you don't really have an apartment, and you're like, well, I gotta work, I can't go to school. You can go to school and the school can pay for that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until you get to that point in life. Or we didn't have, night school back in the day. So now you can go to school at night, or you can go to school online, or you can go to school on the weekends and then work during the week. You know what I'm saying?
No
Yeah.
question.
So
So
it's so
just to
many
let
ways.
Yeah. So just to let you know, when you was talking about Clinton Hills and all that, you know what I mean? Uh, so yeah, I am from Brooklyn too. I'm from East New York. You know what I'm saying? East New York, Brownsville. So
Uh-huh.
so we got a whole little different flavor going that way, baby. You know what I mean? And but when you said Clinton Hill, too, I back in the day, I went
Uh-huh.
to Pratt. I went to Pratt Institute. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
that's where my mother and father went.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm absolutely a Pratt alumni. But
What?
just like
What?
you were saying, like yeah,
Are
all
you an
those
architecture or something?
yeah,
What? That is so good. Oh my
yeah.
God.
So
Congratulations.
yeah. But it goes back to when you were saying about coming up in Brooklyn and all the different things that was or was not available to us back then. You know what I mean?
Right.
You had to kind of choose what you needed to want to do. You know, along with being in the street and being able to navigate your way around different things. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it just brought it back to me when you said Clinton Hill, and I was like, she don't even know I'm around the corner over there at Pratt
Right.
Institute. You know what I mean? And I'm doing things around the building on Classen and Green, and the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a beautiful thing that you continued your education, man, regardless of your environment that you
Right.
was being brought up in.
You
You
know,
know what
you know what the difference is too about an education and hustling. So you could open up any store, whether if it's a restaurant or you selling clothes, or let's say you selling, I don't know, movies or whatever. Let's just say whatever it is, right?
I'm saying?
Right. I can go anywhere in any country, any city, any state, anywhere, right? And all I gotta bring is my brain,
Right,
right? And
right.
compared to if I got a business and let's say my business flop and I got to start all over, you know what I'm saying? I got to get money, I got to get product, I got to get a location, or I'm doing it online. Is I got to get stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
if I go to the job and the job don't work out or the business don't work out, I could just take my brain and be
Yep.
like, "Hey, I'm here. I can work." You see what I'm
100.
saying?
No
Yeah.
So
question.
that's a difference between having an education, not having an education.
No doubt
Okay.
about that.
Okay. So after Wu Tang, you were almost recruited into G Unit, right? But then you instead started your own label though. So what made you want to go the independent route instead of not being, going that way? Because I know you started your own label too, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't be
So
shy now. Don't be acting like you know what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah. So back then, all the boys they had their mixtapes, right? But there wasn't that many females that had mixtapes, right?
Yeah.
And being that I went to school, I knew how to like market stuff. Um, what was her name? That one girl, Tara Banks, right?
All right.
Tyra Banks. Let me tell you, I used to listen to Clue. When I say listen to Clue, not listen to just his music, but listen to how he was marketing his music and making money. I used to
Mhm.
listen to DJs and how they were making money. And they'll tell you stories like they used to run from store to store, put CDs in it and do this and do that. And I was just watching and watching. I'm like, damn, ain't no females really doing that. So I'm like, you know what? I remember I took a picture of Tyra Banks. I put on a CD cover. I put some songs on that, and boo, that thing sold like hotcakes, boy. They love some Tyra Banks, boy. So then I was watching like G Unit do their thing, so I started doing my thing with the mixtapes. And I used to have like it'd be like five of my homegirls. We'll go out for the night, and I'll take like 100 CDs and get them like 10 each. I'm like, yo, sell these CDs. They like $10. Yo, we used to come home at like a stack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And from there, I was able to like buy a car or do stuff or whatever. And I mean, it was a good feeling,
I wish they
So,
brought that back.
huh?
Selling. I said I wish they brought that back, like just selling the CDs, because man,
Right.
we was
Because when
making
I went to
a killing back in the day.
Yeah, because when I went to Houston, listen, we was selling for $10. But when I went to Houston, they was selling those for $20. That's how Slim Thug and all them was making all that money in Houston. So
Man,
that's how I went. But yeah, that bring back some days. I was laughing because I was just talking about that earlier. Like, listen, back then, it's like every group had either one female rapper or that was it. And sometimes just some things just don't work out. You just everybody's busy. So
right.
sometimes you doing your own thing. But me, I don't never be like I feel like this
oh, there we go. Yeah.
about that. Hello, you can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we hear
Yep.
you.
That.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hmm. Yep.
Live in a huge world. So if you're not able to work with somebody or that person won't work with you or you're doing something don't work out, I feel like this. Go work with somebody else or do it yourself. I always had a do it yourself attitude. You know what I'm saying? And our whole purpose here for you to interview me about the TV show I got coming out, Love and Basketball, and I basically did it myself. You know what I'm saying? Not that I didn't have help from anybody else, but I just feel like if you want to get something done in life, you gotta do it yourself.
No question about that. And we're gonna get to all of that because we just want to kind of we
Y'all
just want
just
to walk them through
let
because
me let me give you a shovel since y'all digging.
yeah. Because I personally, you know what I mean, after looking at all of the different things that you do, that you've done, I'm like, yo, this is incredible. Like, it's people like you that we like to interview. We like to put a shine on you because you've been doing it. You've been in
Thank
the
you.
business putting your work in. You know what I mean? And a lot of people ain't giving you the light and the shine that you should be getting for the different things that you've already accomplished in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
So
you.
you talk about, you worked on I need you to talk about the projects that you worked on with Bravo, with NBC, HBO. You know what I'm saying? Because there's little girls out there that's watching you. You know what I mean? And they don't know
Uh-huh.
the little different things that you was able to do and that they are capable of getting done. So I'm gonna be quiet now. I'll let you holler about how did you get on with Bravo and NBC? Like, how did you put all those projects in place? You know what I'm saying? When you was doing the different things that you was doing as a project assistant project manager.
Okay. So basically, when I first came to Atlanta, right? Before I left New York, I was actually in Houston first, right?
Okay.
I got signed to Sucker Free Sony. That is Hump Hops owns that label. Their major artist was Little Flip. The Katrina situation came and then I moved to Atlanta. In Atlanta, still dibbling dabbling in the music, but Atlanta was also more of a TV scene. Like everybody had a TV show. Uh like then it was Atlanta Housewives, and Atlanta's like the little Hollywood. So when
Mm-hmm.
I got here, I lived in the building. Keisha Cole's mother had lived in the same building as me, so I would see all the time. She like, you remind me of Keisha Cole. You get on my nerves. You know what I'm saying? Yo, rest in peace to her. I loved her though,
Right.
and she would take me to some of the tapings. I got real cool with her other daughter, which is
Nephew.
Neo,
Yeah.
no, I can't pronounce her name right now. Not Neffy, the other one.
Okay.
And I started coming up with these ideas like, yo, we should do a show like this. We should do a show like this. And I think the first one I came up with was if you remember Cribs and Houses, the little
Yep.
crib show, MTV Cribs. I came up with something like that. It was Cribs, Cars, and something. And we shot a pilot. We was going to different mansions and seeing people. And not so the one at MTV, they would just like go in the house and show in the house. So we were actually like getting involved with the house. Like we went in the house and we was cooking food and stuff. We got in the pool. We was swimming in the pool.
Right.
We was in the exercise room working out. Like,
Putting
you
some
know what I'm
sub-
saying? So it was
putting
different.
some substance to it. Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so this is when I got to learn the business part. So I'm like, okay, well, um, Bravo got Atlanta Housewives. I'm gonna pitch it to them. Back then, it was a little easier. Now you got to have your agent, your attorney, your blah blah blah, all this stuff to get through the door, right? So I shoot, I don't know if they had Google then. I don't even know, but I looked up the number. It said Bravo. I called up there and I was just like, yo, I'm living in Atlanta. I got a show. I think I should put it after Atlanta Housewives. And listen, because they're not supposed to do that. That's not
Right.
how it works. You got to have a damn agent. But
Mhm.
Atlanta was popping.
Yeah.
Right.
And one thing I know about these people, they wanted anything that was coming out of Atlanta. So the minute
Mm-hmm.
I told him I was in Atlanta, I had a show. He's like, "What? What's your name? Let me see the show." Blah, blah, And the goal was for them to put the show right after Atlanta Housewives, right?
Hmm.
And I mean, everything went. They sent me some paperwork, and I don't know what happened. I think that producer or wasn't working there anymore after that. I got the paperwork, I got everything set. I think he was working there. So film is just like music. You know how you have the A&Rs, and they be there one day and be gone the next.
So you.
Listen, music and film is very, very similar, but
Mhm.
film is like way over here, and
Right.
and music is like down here.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot
And
more work you got to do when it comes to film compared to putting a song out.
and
But
and you also started hosting like events with like celebrities and NFL players. Was that something that you like naturally pursued, or like how did that come about, or was
oh,
it
let me tell. I mean, I was rapping then, battling people, so
right?
grabbing the mic was just like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, yo, yo, yo. So, there was a clothes company, Johnny Handsome, Johnny Girl Clothing Company, and they used to always go out to Las Vegas to do all these conventions and stuff like that. And they would do it just like any other setup. They'll have the DJ, have somebody on the mic, and the DJ was Shogun. Um, and they'll call me. They'd be like, "Yo, do you want to do some marketing? You want to work? You could, do this. And can we get you on the mic and blah blah blah." So I used to be there. Hey, hey, hey! Look, everybody, come over here. We got the clothes. I remember I started a freestyle session. I started a dance
Because
contest.
they had they only had a few female rappers that can actually like really be able to get on that host like MC Light and Free, all of them and different things like that. So you do got the voice for it. So
Yeah. So I mean, from there, the DJ should always be your best friend. I feel so bad because a lot of DJs don't really make a lot of money like they should. But from there, they would just call me. They'd be like, "Yo, I got to do this event. Can you come through and just, host on the mic and get it started or something?" "Oh, sure, whatever. I don't care." That wasn't like my career goal, but I got the gift of gab in the mouth. And it's so crazy because when I was younger, I was so quiet. I was the quiet girl. Let me tell you how quiet I was. Listen. I would be in Bushwick Projects and I would go with my homegirl. We'd go to like different people's house and I'll stand by the door. And they'll be like, "What's up with your light skinned ass? Bring your light skinned yellow ass up here all shy and shit. Don't want to talk nobody. Who you think you is? You think you bougie?" And so I
Yeah.
walk in and they be like, "You want something to eat?" I was like, "Yeah, a piece of cheese." Girl,
Yeah.
I don't know what was wrong with me back then. I
Yeah.
was
Let me get
I was
that.
just shy.
Let me
I
get
mean,
that.
I was 17 when I got into college, so you could imagine, like, you
Abs-
know,
yeah. He's like, let me get that grilled cheese with the government thing y'all got popping over there. That's what I'm trying to get in with. You know what I mean?
Oh shoot.
So
But yeah, I grabbed the mic anyway. I could turn some stuff out there, boy. Listen, there's actually I posted one time or I posted again. I was at this thing in Long Island when Wyclef was there, all these people was there. And they was like, yo, anybody want freestyle? My homegirl was like, yeah, get on stage. I was like, oh my God. So whatever. I got on stage. I was like, yo. I turned the whole shit out freestyling. And they went crazy. They
yeah,
went crazy.
no,
So
that's right.
Yeah, so
All
you
right,
all
let's talk about this love and basketball the series, baby. I mean, you tell us what it is because I know this is your baby right now. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
tell us what was the inspiration, what started it. You give us the whole thing on what it took, man, to make it all go.
okay. So I don't know what's going on in the Lou, but in New York, there's a basketball court on every corner.
Absolutely.
Amen. Can I get an amen?
Yeah,
Amen.
Man,
absolutely.
It's a basketball court and a handball court
Yeah.
on almost every
Right.
corner.
So you get your
Every
education.
time somebody go to New York, they be like, "Why y'all got so many basketball courts?"
Yeah. That's where you get your education. You know what I mean?
Everybody played basketball in New
yeah.
York.
Right.
Everybody. Your grandmama probably played basketball. She might
Oh
throw a
man,
three.
it was big in St. Louis. That was a big thing.
Right. So growing up, that's just how it was. I mean, it was just basketball, basketball, basketball. We don't really have that many football. I don't even think we have any football teams in New York. When I say football teams, I mean like high school
Right,
or
right.
college in New York, not Long Island.
Mm.
I'm talking about in New York City. I don't even know if we do. Do we?
Yeah, we do, but it was just harder to get into. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. So, no, actually St. John's had a football team.
right,
Mm.
right.
Crickets.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, but
It was just
look,
hard.
the love and the passion was basketball there. I played in high school. I played in college. I'm very small, I'm petite, point guard, and stuff like that. So when I went to Houston, there was no basketball being going on. Okay, I did go to a couple of games, but then when I got to Atlanta, I went to Atlanta to live, right? So I'm like, uh, so what y'all be doing out here? You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm-hmm.
got out there, I was like, what y'all be doing out here? Because it was kind of like it was I ain't gonna lie, I was just like, yeah. So as I was rapping, right, I would always be around other people that rapping and video shows, shoots, right? All these video shoots and all these tall women that model. And I used to be like, y'all don't play ball or nothing. You can't be 6 feet tall and not be hooping like this. Don't even make no sense.
Right.
Right. So I made my first basketball tournament. I had all the girls with the little cute shorts on, the cute shirts. I had the DJ there. Cause remember, I knew how to put on events from doing all the conventions in the Las Vegas thing. And let me tell you, when I went on tour of Wu-Tang, it was no partying, having fun. You were there to learn. Yes,
Mm.
when you're on tour, you're there to learn. And you're going to sit down and you're going to listen on how to put a show together. That's what we did on tour. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
And when
that's
I went to Houston in the label, it was an independent label, you're going to sit there in the office and you're going to learn how to do all the business and how to put on thing. And that's what I learned. I was like, so by the time I got to Atlanta, I put on a whole damn tournament, by myself. And then the Atlanta Hawks, I heard about it and they was like, oh, you should come here and do some games. And it just kept going and going and going. And remember, I told you they had the Atlanta Housewives, and
mm.
then they started doing other reality shows, right? And I was just like, man, you know what? This could probably be a reality show because them girls was woof. Let me tell you something. I don't know. It was by the grace of God, the grace
Mm-hmm.
of God, because you need 5 people to play a basketball game. And now this is what I used to do. I would have 20 people, and I'm telling you why, because you got 2 teams. So
Right.
it's like 10 on one, 10 on one. Sometimes I'll play 2 half-court games, and it's 10 over there, 10 over there, or one football game, and everybody wait or whatever I go. And the reason why you gotta have 20, because the day you would have people that you ain't heard the whole season during practice, they ain't answer their phone, but the day of the game, you be like, what?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Yeah.
What the hell? Or
Mhm.
you might have somebody that came every day. And the day of the game, oh man, you would but not believe what happened. You'd be like, all right, so what happened? And
Mm.
it was crazy, but by the grace of God, the amount of people that could make it to the game and the amount of people that did make it to the game, it always turned out the same number. I don't even know how.
Yep.
So was doing it. I was like, this should be a reality show. I got with Man Robinson Studios. I also got with another guy in New York, Snipes Murdoch, and we were doing some filming in New York and Atlanta, and we did some in Miami. I mean, listen, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it big. You know what I'm saying? We was
No
all
question.
over the place,
Right. Right.
and and then COVID came.
Right. I'm slow to move for a
Then
little.
COVID came, and I'm like, because we filmed like 2016, 17. 18 I had a baby, and but we was ready to go, and then COVID came. I'm like, what, wait, the gyms are closed, we can't play basketball, or how can I put a show out, a basketball show, if you can't even play basketball?
Mm.
So I was just like, oh man, this is crazy. So I don't never give up on nothing. Me, I'm
Right.
the type person, if I start something, I'm gonna finish it. That's how Brooklyn people do. We always gonna finish something. We don't never just stop in the middle of project. But on that one, I was just like,
So what inspired like you started working with like I know you collaborated with a few people, Black Rob, rest in peace, DJ K Slay and Idris Elba. What was it like with that? Like that experience?
oh man. But yeah, rest in peace. So we'll talk about each person. The first person was Idris Elba. So as I told you, I used to go to the magic conventions and was the host, the MC for the DJ. The DJ was Shogun, and Shogun was best friends with Idris Elba. At that time, Idris Elba was doing The Wire, and he was producing and DJing with Shogun. Like, so Shogun was showing the moves, right? And I would come over there. I think he was living in Jersey at that time, or Manhattan or something. I don't know. And then he moved to Atlanta, and I would come in there like, yo, I'm gonna do a song. So we do got a song together where he made the beat and I was rapping and stuff like that. And then, he just blew up. I seen him a couple of times. He just be like, yo, when you gonna put your stuff out? He talking that accent. When you
Yeah.
gonna put your
Yeah.
stuff out? When you gonna put your stuff out? I'm like, yo, I'm working on it. Shoot, y'all, but I know who his manager is and all the people and stuff. So, if I ever need anything, I could always hit them up and stuff like that. But you just got to respect the fact that people be busy. It goes back to the part where I was telling you, you got to do stuff on your own because people be busy. You can't always rely on people. People be busy. And I see how they be busy, because once you get in this film thing, you be lucky if you could cook yourself a dinner, boy. Oof.
That dude be like, you got this, you got this.
Right.
Yeah.
So then for Black Rob, I don't remember how I met Black Rob. Somebody introduced me to him. Like, so when I was rapping, like I said, um, most groups either they had a female rapper or they didn't. And he didn't have a female rapper. The name of his group was, oh man, I can't even think of it. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. You don't bust my brain with that one, right?
I didn't even know
But
Black Rob had a group.
actually, so I know another group that was almost down with his. That was Children of the Corn. It's like that's also Big L. A couple of other them passed away also too. That's all in that area with Mace and Cameron and all that whole little Harlem area and stuff like that. And Black Rob was a wild boy. I ain't gonna lie. Black Rob, listen, let me tell you something. Black Rob told me, listen, Puff was messing with his money. He was gonna go to the studio and knock off. He was like, yo, knock that thing out. Yo, and listen. And I believe he went up there and I think he knocked him out or was gonna knock him out. I don't remember what happened, but listen, Black Rob didn't play at all.
That's a different story, but rest in peace, Black Rob.
Listen, Black Rob did not play,
Yeah.
and he should have never died. It's no reason in this world, and even to this day, I don't get it. All like There's no way in this world that these people should be making billions of dollars and these people don't even have health insurance. Like it
Yeah,
don't
that's
even make
crazy.
no sense. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy.
definitely
How
don't
you
make no
don't have health insurance, how you don't have a nurse, how you don't have the medication. Like it should not be like that. Like
and a lot of it is just the mindset of being able to just take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of cats, there's a lot of male cats out here that don't go to the doctor. You know what I mean? They don't give physicals. They don't check on, little different things that happen to them in life. And before they know it.
And
but
they
I
probably
think the
scared to get them policies too. They
I
scared.
think the main thing is not even just the insurance. What it is that so many of them, I don't want to say they struggling, but they rushing to chase the bag and get money and take care of their family so much that they don't have time to go to the doctor or they don't have the insurance. So it's like they trying to get the money so much. God bless the dead. What's his name that was with Tupac? He just passed away too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
my
You
yeah.
man.
know,
Uh,
No,
and
I do. That's our
that's
family.
no fam.
yeah, and it's like they hustling and scrambling and but why? I feel like if you over here you making a billion with a B, not a M, not a million, a billion with a B. Not saying you got to take care of some grown man, right? Not saying that, but I'm saying why you don't set people up where they gonna be okay. Even if this person is making like 40,000 a year, they're gonna be okay. On a monthly basis, make sure everybody's exercising, check on them. But this is your people. This is the reason why you made your billion. You
And I
feel what
think
I'm
that, and
saying?
I think that kind of goes back to with me and Sam. We always talk about it. I think it's like it goes back to contract wise too. A lot of people was sign bad deals or never or just signed and didn't even look at the contracts and what they were signing, and then years later
Hmm.
they ain't got no money or they broke. You know
Right.
what
Because
I'm
whether they know it or not, they
saying?
can put that in their contract. You know what I'm
Yeah,
Yeah.
saying? You can put a health clause in your contract to
Yeah.
make sure that not only you're well, but the people in your family are well. You
yeah,
know what I
Right.
mean? So,
But regardless of the fact, contract or not, let me tell you, the Italian mob don't care about no contract.
mm-mm,
mhm,
nah,
So contract or not, you still a human being, and these are still human beings. These people, you on the camera talking about this my brother, but your
yeah,
brother over here dying,
mm-hmm,
right? Come on,
mm-hmm,
it's not cool. At the end of the day, it's not cool. And to this day, rap been around for what they said. They said 50 years. Was it 50 years?
52 years.
52
So,
years. We still ain't got a health plan in place. Mm,
right, right.
that's crazy. I don't know about that one. But they said, I think they said Nas and a bunch of other people trying to put something together, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
mhm,
You know what I mean? Like,
But it's crazy that it gotta go that far. Like how many people died? You know what I'm saying?
right.
That's
whole lot.
Nothing.
that's
And
crazy.
there's a
But
lot of cats out there that kind of are the godfathers of what we do, and they've died with nothing. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
right.
saying? Like, their kids are struggling, their family never got nothing, they never got any kind of compensation for any of the music that they put out that we actually are listening to today. You know what I mean? I'm like, look at the cats that did rappers alike. You know what I mean?
and I agree with you, Justina, 100% about the just even having like the life insurance policies because now you seeing a lot of the rappers too, the ones that's passing away. You seeing their
Hmm.
families going on GoFundMe.
Yeah,
Why are
that's
you
crazy.
creating a GoFundMe account when you that shouldn't even be a thought, right? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. But I will tell you this. So I do work. I got like 1,000 jobs.
You do. I see it. Listen,
You
I
said you
see
gotta
what
have a
she was
thousand
doing. I was like,
jobs
yo,
just to
she
have.
truly, she truly from Nigeria, like a motherfucker, yo. Cause she
Yeah.
had like a
But I will tell you this: there's another guy I do work with. His name is Guru Roach, which is GON. I'll say it to you, Guru Roach. Well, what he does and what I do and what his attorney does is that we help people that have lost or missing their publishing, their royalties, their masters, and everything. Like we will go online and find out how much money that you're owed. To this day, I know he helped Big Pun Estate. He's helped the Locks. I myself personally have flown and met big time people and help them also too. I don't want
yeah.
to say their
Rest in
name because we
Nah, you
still
keep
trying to
that
get
to
their
you
stuff
keep that
together.
yeah, you keep
Well,
that
I
to
know, I
yourself.
know
So
Angie
you keep
Stone
getting your
talked
money.
about it. I know she talked about it on hers, and then
Yeah,
she
yeah.
that
But
was
it not only that, right? Not only that, like forget the paper, but you as a person, right? you should still just help your peoples. That's crazy. That's why Black Rob was gonna go up there and knock somebody out because, most dudes in the street, they don't go by a contract. They go by your word. And
Yeah.
and your word should be
So
like, listen, if we rock together, we rock together. You know what I'm saying? Look, now take it to K Slay. So how I knew K Slay used to be up at the radio station, I think Hot 97, and have all the mixtapes and stuff like that. And I was on a couple of his mixtapes. So that's how that worked. Um, I think I was in one of his magazines. Look,
Yeah,
I don't even remember. I might have been like this.
yeah, that's all right. We go. Hey, listen about that magazine thing. We gonna do that again. You know what I mean? Because Media Made magazine got something happening, and we would love to have
Okay.
yes.
Well, I'm a
Justina Chi.
baseball mom now, so I gotta be kind of
Yeah,
respectful.
that's all right.
I can wear the shirt off the shoulder.
We gonna get you with the evolution, baby. Don't we gonna
So,
make sure we get it right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
So
shoot. Oh.
reconnecting your roots in Nigeria, how was it like performing back in Nigeria? Like what was the experience like there?
Well, I only perform, I would say, at the radio station.
Okay.
And I mean, they love music, love music. So back then, they were kind of like behind the time. So when we were, I don't know how to say, let's say when we were listening to probably like EPMD or Nas or maybe Pop, they were still on Queen Latifah.
wow.
You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Like their stuff was like way,
behind.
way, way behind.
Right.
And so they were just happy with anything, like, oh my God, just to hear music and hear stuff, and because back then there was no Wi-Fi, there
Right.
was no there's no
There no streaming
distribution.
platforms. Yeah.
Yeah, there was no distribution companies, big time ones and stuff like that. But they've grown so much, and now you got Afrobeat artists making millions and millions of dollars, and the music has changed so much and has grown so much. Just like Jamaican music. So. But when I was out there, like they in their language they call you white woman. Then they say that word and they always talk about, come take me to America. I want to marry you.
Oh
They
yeah.
be
They
good.
they, they want to come
So
over.
I know
Yeah,
that's
but my
right.
goal is to go back and visit. Everybody from Nigeria goes around like Christmas time. The flights go up super, super high, So now I want to go there as an older person. When I was there, I was young. I think I went when I was a baby, then I went when I was a teenager, and then I went like in my early 20s and stuff. But I didn't get to experience the life, like, what I'm saying, because my father was real strict. I rode the motorcycle one time. He almost had a heart attack. He was like, "You don't go on that motorcycle. You're a crazy girl. What's wrong with you? Somebody gonna kidnap you." You know,
Can you speak some of the language, like the
no.
French? Or the,
Mm-mm.
okay.
I can speak
So
Spanish though. Dame beso.
watch out now. Watch out, Justin. Watch out there, baby. Hey, so baby,
Dama
what's the
dinero, papi.
oh yeah, yeah. What's the let's not get that started. Let's stay off. What's
Listen,
the vision?
listen.
Like the
I
love
could
and
be
master.
Puerto Rican on Saturday, Cuban on Sunday,
Yeah,
and Dominican on Monday.
I
Which
get it.
way?
What's the vision now? Like, are we reinstating love and basketball? Are you getting the series up? I mean, what's
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 next?
what's Justina
No, what
doing?
what you talking about? Listen, all week I was dropping Meet the Cast. I was showing you who all the cast members are.
Okay,
So
okay,
tomorrow, Monday, 9 o'clock, I'm dropping. I got two trailers. So one trailer is the Meet the Cast trailer. So you get to
okay.
know like their personalities. So on Monday, I'm gonna be dropping that. I already dropped a bunch of little snippets of like their Instagram, so you get to know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And on Monday, I will be dropping that. And then after that, I drop the trailer. I just got a contract for actual distribution.
Okay,
Hey,
nice.
It's all a secret. I'm gonna have to do like the draft, like how the commissioner do the draft, right? So
yeah,
what the show is about, um, so the show is what it says, love and basketball. These are girls that love basketball, like playing basketball, or maybe their son might play basketball, or their husband play basketball, and they have different issues within love, right?
Mhm.
So
Okay.
we might have somebody that just wants to get married, or we might have somebody that is married, but they're having not necessarily trouble in their marriage, but maybe trouble within their self, like they need space in their self, because taking care of children and taking care of a husband is a lot of work, right? um you might have somebody that's married to another woman, right? And they
Mhm.
may want to have a baby. You might have a situation where somebody got divorced and now they want to do something else. Or you might have a situation where somebody wants to get married, but they're living in a house with another man, and it might
Mm.
be trouble within that. So different situations, mental issues and stuff like that, stress, but also everything gets believed back on the court. So instead of, if someone's cheating on somebody, instead of fighting and throwing glasses of wine, we throwing jump shots. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
No
Going
question.
one on one. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
take it to the court.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an independent project, but it's really, really deep. I had the help of Erica Porter that worked with Steve Harvey,
Okay.
and she did a lot of the writing. And a lot of the situations are very, very deep. We talk about a lot of life serious situations, and some stuff might make you cry, some stuff might make you educated, some stuff might make you smile, but it's real stuff.
Yeah.
um and this is the first season. It's 6 episodes and the two trailers. And my goal for the next season is to get like more college basketball players, WNBA players, and put a spin in it. Maybe put like a man or two in there. Maybe a coach.
Okay.
Maybe a sexy male coach, or anybody want to
Yeah.
be a like, sexy man coach, maybe sexy man coach, maybe an
Yeah.
agent. Stir it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
most of all, that's basically what's going on, because I've noticed, and I've always known this, right? Whether you're rapping, or whether you're playing basketball, or whether you're skiing, or any kind of sport, running track, whatever it is, most women have to put their career first and not their family, right? They don't really get to have a kid, or they don't really get to have a boyfriend, or get to be married, because when you're a celebrity, or when you're a singer or a rapper, or in sports, you can't do that. But for men, they could do whatever they want to do, right? And nobody ever asks the women, well, what about what you're going through? What about the stress and the things in your life? And I think people seem to forget that there's only two people in this world. It's a man and a woman, right? And if men get to do all of this stuff in sports, well, what about the women? You know?
Uh-huh. Yeah, no question
So
about that. What's the platform? Where can they see it? Where they can, you know what I mean? Like, what we doing?
So right now, like I said, I'm dropping the trailer tomorrow on Monday. From there, if they want to go to the Instagram, which is Love and Basketball TV show, or they can go to my Instagram, Justine Chi. I also have Twitter, TikTok, and the Facebook, YouTube, all them things. Right? It's all the same name. I ain't one of those people that have like five different. Meet somebody got like five different names for the damn
Oh
Instagram.
man. Mm-mm.
It's all the same
Ain't
name.
across the club.
Very simple. Love and Basketball TV show. Simple.
Right.
You can't miss it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so after I drop that, I want to do things a little bit different,
Mhm.
because they call me the commissioner. So as you
Okay.
know, like when there's a draft, the commissioner comes up, he makes an announcement. So I want to do something like that and drop the network like that. And when it comes to film, you don't have to. Film is kind of like music, right?
Mhm.
So in music, yes, you're on one record label for that album, right? But you're going to be on different radio stations. So with film, you don't have to be exclusive. You can be on different radio stations, like those are different networks, right? So once we get on this one network, then we're going to scramble out to a couple other ones.
Okay. So we can looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Hmm.
hey, Justina. Hey, let me just say this was beautiful, baby. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially being from Brooklyn and all that. You got me like right out the gate, because I'm a real Brooklyn guy. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh,
I done grew up a little bit, but Shit, at the end of the day, baby.
Brooklyn,
Yeah, at the end of the day.
Brooklyn, and the Lou. Brooklyn,
Yes, yes,
Brooklyn, and the Lou.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
There you
that's what's
go.
up.
There you
Yeah,
go.
That could be your theme
I'm from
song.
the loot and
you
the
know that's
crowd.
right.
And the
So
Lou.
for what before we go, I need you to what you already did, but I need you to do it again. I need you to shout out and plug everything and everybody that's helped you get to the place where you are today.
All right. Well, I definitely want to thank you, Media Made.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Because
Yes,
we got the
ma'am.
made men and the made woman. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Can't do this without Media Man. It's Brooklyn and the Lou.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I go by the name of Justina Chi. You can call me Justina Chi, the professional name. And the TV show that's coming up is Love and Basketball TV show. And you know what? So many people always be like, Love and Basketball, the movie. I be like, no, the TV show.
Yeah,
Okay. It's a
yeah,
TV show. And I
yeah.
know, great respects to the movie and everything, but the years and has passed. It's been about 20 some, who know how many years. And now we got a TV show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
you can find out more about it when the trailer is dropping tomorrow at 9 p.m. That's my date, Monday, 9 p.m. And after the trailer, we will be on a network. So if you want to stay in tune, just tune into Love and Basketball TV show. And is spelled just like it is, AND.
Okay.
And my Instagram is Justina Chi, Chichi. No, no, no chi. No chai.
I know that's right.
So before we
um,
leave, too, saying you gotta ask her the infamous question too that you ask everyone.
oh,
So
before you ask me that, I do got one question for you.
I'm listening.
Since you're from Brooklyn,
I am
okay?
from Brooklyn.
Oh,
You got any kids?
I got kids.
All right, so you got a boy.
I got a boy.
All right, if you got a boy and you're raising him, I know. Well, you said you got a boy. You're raising him in this world today. Would you raise him to be a sheep or a wolf? Now, before you answer that, you're in Brooklyn. Some people get jealous.
mm.
Sometimes people get jealous of a wolf. So be careful when you answer that.
He gonna be a wolf. I'm raising him to be a wolf. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all the things that come with being a wolf. You know what I'm saying? Because I myself was a king wolf. You know what I'm saying? So I know I got things coming at me all day because I'm the wolf, and sometimes I don't know I'm the wolf, and people got to remind me that I'm not just the wolf, but I'm the head wolf. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, a wolf.
Okay.
All right.
But now what if someone wants to kill the wolf? Would it be better to be a sheep?
No,
Mm.
it's better to be killed a wolf and not a sheep, because if you're being a sheep, then you got to be submissive and you got to bow down. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna die anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, so,
That means that you're gonna die. Well,
and
okay.
you're gonna die much faster than you would be if you was a wolf. You feel what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna die, you're gonna come kill me, then come kill me as I'm the wolf, and I'm giving orders as I'm going my merry way. You feel me though? Yeah.
So do you feel like in certain situations you might have to be a sheep? So let's say if you go in front of a board and you're talking to a board and you're trying to get like this sponsorship for y'all radio show, do you feel like you gotta be a sheep at that point, or you still stay a wolf?
So you can be submissive at times when it requires you to be submissive. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
I'm still a wolf in sheep's clothing. You hear what I'm saying? So be easy when you're talking to a cat from Brooklyn, East New York, because it don't never change. It stays the same. Feel me though? You know.
Okay. I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
you.
So my question to you is, it's pretty simple in the business. If you had an opportunity to perform with an artist in film or music, right? Who would that artist be, past or present, and why?
Dead or alive too.
Dead or alive, or why? And I need you to tell me why, whoever that artist would be.
Can I pick two? One past and one present?
You can pick two. Because you so special, because Justina's from Brooklyn. And she's so special. We're
So
gonna let
wait,
you get two in, baby.
I'm be on the stage with the person rapping with them.
Yeah.
So Listen, actually, me and Biggie went to school together, PS11, right?
Mm-hmm.
And back when I used to rap, he used to be like, "Yo, you gonna be the baddest bitch." I was like, "Bitch? Oh no, can't be
Right.
no bitch. What you talking about? Yo, don't be calling me no bitch. You too bugging."
Slow it
And
down.
he was like, "All right." He went up to LG and got Kim. I'm like, so if I got on stage with Pa, I'd be like, "Ah, you motherfucking right, what?" Me and my girlfriend. Not again. Me and my girlfriend.
Yeah.
What? Yo, Pac, run that shit over one more time. What?
Yes. Good,
But
good answer.
for
Hey,
present,
hey,
oh man. And for present,
Me and Justina couldn't be around each other because we be clowning like it would be crazy. I can already see it there. But go ahead, let me let you finish your answer your question.
for present, oh man. I was wait. See, I was gonna say Cardi B because I love Cardi B, right? She
Mm-hmm.
from the Bronx, I'm from Queens and
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn, like that shit would go. But I know Cardi B, if I got on stage Cardi B, she probably be naked and stuff. So I might be like,
Gotta take you back. Gotta take you back. Huh?
she might be naked. I'll be like, Cardi, we got kids, yo. What you doing, mom? Come on. We like, come backstage. We gotta put some clothes on. Wait a minute.
Right.
I can see my son now. Ma, why y'all had y'all booty out?
Right. And what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like we having flashbacks around here. What's going on? You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh man. But so then if I had to be Glow, I'll be up there like, actually, when I was on Sugar Free, listen, I can't listen. I was in Houston, they didn't even know what I don't even know. They signed me. I was in New York rapping. They was like, yo, you're dope. Come to Houston, we're gonna sign you, right? I got to Houston. They ain't know what to do with my New York ass. They put them damn beats on, and I was like, I was like, wait a minute. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, I wish I had Cameron number or something. How you rap to this beat? Right? I was like, yo, well, how you I was like, I'm not getting that. Hold on a
Yeah.
minute. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
ah,
Yeah.
ah. So
I'm going
look,
right here.
they took me to Memphis and introduced me to this other girl. She was so dope. Me and her still friends to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And so we blended together,
Yep.
right? So either I did the hook or she did the hook or she started off, she would always start the song. She'll come with that Memphis, you know how they be talking and stuff. I always make
Mm-hmm.
fun of her to this day. I'll be like, say something. Cause see, so it definitely Glow. We'll
Yep.
set it up. We do that Memphis, New York stuff. That'll bring me back with me and my homegirl. I gotta
Yeah.
send you one of them songs that
Good
me and
Yeah.
her
answer.
did.
Absolutely. Absolutely took it. So listen, once again, I said, man, we appreciate Justina you coming out, spending your time with us. And let me just say this to you before we go. May you be blessed in all the different things that you do every day, and may you prosper in each and everything that you do, each and every day that you do it. My love, you heard?
Thank you.
No question about that. Be easy.
All right,
Peace.
don't forget tomorrow, 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
on the
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Instagram, loving basketball, and then
Yep.
then I hit you
We
with the
there.
network soon.
We
Make
there.
sure y'all
Yep.
tune in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
We holler
right.
back.
Bye.
Peace, my love.
Smooches.
Peace, peace.
Damo beso.
Mm.